Hello dear friends, welcome to Certify Me YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In this video, let us discuss AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate SAA-C03 exam questions with explanation. If you are new to my channel, subscribe for more videos. So without wasting the time, let's get started. Our first question is, a gaming company has a web application that deploys scores. The application runs on Amazon EC2 instances behind an application load balancer. The application stores data in an Amazon RDS for MySQL database. Users are starting to experience long delays and interruptions that are caused by database read performance. The company wants to improve the user experience while minimizing changes to the application's architecture. What should, what should a solutions architect do to meet these requirements? If you think video is too fast or too slow, please use the YouTube settings. So the correct answer is option A. Amazon Elastic Cache is a caching service that helps improve database read performance by storing frequently accessed data in memory, reducing the load on the database and decreasing latency. So second question is, a company regularly uploads confidential data to Amazon S3 buckets for analysts. The company's security policies mandate that the objects must be encrypted at rest. The company must automatically rotate the encryption key every year. The company must be able to track key rotation by using AWS CloudTrail. The company also must minimize the costs for the encryption key. Which solution will meet these requirements? Option A. Use server-side encryption with customer-provided keys. Option B. Use server-side encryption with Amazon S3 managed keys. Option C. Use server-side encryption with AWS KMS keys. Option D. Use server-side encryption with customer-managed AWS KMS keys. So the correct answer is option C. Use server-side encryption with AWS KMS keys. Using SSE KMS allows you to automatically rotate the encryption keys annually, track key rotation through AWS CloudTrail, and manage encryption keys cost effectively. So next question is, a company needs to grant a team of developers access to the company's AWS resources. The company must maintain a high level of security for the resources. The company requires an access control solution that will prevent unauthorized access to the sensitive data. Which solution will meet these requirements? Option A. Share the IAM user credentials for each development team member with the rest of the team to simplify access management and to streamline development workflows. Option B. Define IAM roles that have fine-grained permissions based on the principle of least privilege. Assign an IAM role to each developer. Option C. Create IAM access keys to grant programmatic access to AWS resources. Allow only developers to interact with AWS resources through API calls by using the access keys. Option D. Create an AWS Cognito user pool. Grant developers access to AWS resources by using the user pool. So the correct answer is define IAM roles that have fine-grained permissions based on principle of least privilege and assign an IAM role to each developer. Option B is the right answer. Next question. A company runs an on-premises application on a Kubernetes cluster. The company recently added millions of new customers. The company's existing on-premises infrastructure is unable to handle the large number of new customers. The company needs to migrate the on-premises application to the AWS cloud. The company will migrate to an Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service cluster. The company does not want to manage the underlying compute infrastructure for the new architecture on AWS. Which solution will meet these requirements with the least operational overhead? Option A. Use a self-managed node to supply compute capacity. Deploy the application to the new EKS cluster. Option B. Use managed node groups to supply compute capacity. Deploy the application to the new EKS cluster. Option C. Use AWS Fargate to supply compute capacity. Create a Fargate profile. Use the Fargate profile to deploy the application. Option D. Use managed node groups with Carpenter to supply compute capacity. Deploy the application to the new EKS cluster. So the correct answer is use AWS Fargate to supply compute capacity. Create a Fargate profile. Use the Fargate profile to deploy the application. Next question. A company runs its legacy web application on AWS. The web application server runs on an Amazon EC2 instance in the public subnet of a VPC. The web application server collects images from customers and stores the images file in a locally attached Amazon Elastic Block Store volume. The image files are uploaded every night to an Amazon S3 bucket for a backup. A solutions architect discovers that the image files are being uploaded to Amazon S3 through the public endpoint. The solutions architect needs to ensure that traffic to Amazon S3 does not use the public endpoint. Which solution will meet these requirements? So the correct answer is create a gateway VPC endpoint for the S3 bucket that has the necessary permissions for the VPC. Configure the subnet route table to use the gateway VPC endpoint. So the next question. A company recently launched a new application for its customers. The application runs on multiple Amazon EC2 instances across two availability zones. End users use TCP to communicate with the application. The application must be highly available and must automatically scale as the number of user increases. Which combination of steps will meet these requirements most cost effectively? Select two options. Please check out my channel. I have uploaded how to schedule AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate exam through Pearson OnView. So the correct answers are add an application load balancer in front of the EC2 instances, configure an auto scaling group for the EC2 instances. So the next question is a company hosts a three-tier web application in the AWS cloud. A multi-AZ Amazon RDS for MySQL server forms the database layer. Amazon Elastic Cache forms the cache layer. The company wants a caching strategy that adds or updates data in the cache. When a customer adds an item to the database, the data in the cache must always match the data in the database. Which solution will meet these requirements? So the correct answer is option B. Implement the write through Caching strategy. In a write-through caching strategy, every write operation to the database also results in a write to the cache. This ensures that the data in the cache is always up to date and matches the data in the database, providing a consistent and reliable caching mechanism. So the next question is, a company needs a flexible compute solution and does not want to commit to multi multi-year contracts. The company needs to select the most cost-effective purchasing option. Which option will meet these requirements? Option A, use on-demand instances. Option B, purchase a year compute savings plan with the no upfront option. Option C, purchase a 1 year compute savings plan with the partial upfront option. Option D, purchase a 1 year compute savings plan with the all upfront option. Please ignore background noises and my pronunciation also. So the correct answer is use on-demand instances. Option A. On-demand instances allows the company to pay for compute capacity by the hour or second with no long-term commitments. This provides the flexibility to scale up or down as needed, only paying for what is used, which is deal for unpredictable workloads or short-term projects. So the next question is, a company maintains about 300 TB in Amazon S3 standard storage month after month. The S3 objects are each typically around 50 GB in size, are frequently replaced with multi-part uploads by their global application. The number and size of the S3 objects remain constant, but the company's S3 storage costs are increasing each month. How should a solutions architect reduce costs in this situation? So the correct answer for this question is enable an S3 lifecycle policy that deletes incomplete multi-part uploads. Incomplete multi-part uploads can result in unused storage costs accumulating over time. By enabling a lifecycle policy to delete these incomplete uploads, the company can reduce unnecessary storage costs while maintaining the number and the size of S3 buckets. So the last question is, a company maintains its accounting records in a custom application that runs on Amazon EC2 instances. The company needs to migrate the data to an AWS managed service for development and maintenance of the application data. The solution must require minimal operational support and provide immutable cryptographical verifiable logs of data changes. Which solution will meet these requirements most cost effectively? So the correct answer is option D. Copy the records from the application into an Amazon Quantum Ledger database, that is Amazon QLDB ledger. Amazon QLDB is designed to provide a fully managed ledger database that offers immutability and cryptographical verifiable logs of data changes. This ensures the integrity of your accounting records while requiring minimal operational support. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.